Hey y'all. Welcome back to Theresthattarot. Hello. Hey Shay. Hey KK. Hey lady. This is a collective message. Okay. So I can go to bed. Hi, honey buns. Candy girl. Oh my world. What's up, y'all? Check the sound. I don't know why it's so delayed. It's like I started a whole minute ago. I don't know why it's so delayed. It's like I started a whole minute ago. All right, here we go. So, if you grew up with a silver spoon in your mouth, someone in your reading certainly did not. Okay. This person came from the kind of struggle that's like, I ran so you could walk type of thing. Or I walked so you could run. Are they a part of the solution or a part of the problem? Thank you so much, Scars into Stars for the 3. I appreciate you. Thank you, Cynthia. We love having you here. Thank you for being here. I am. Thank you for being here, Crystal. Thank you for checking on me. You say you waiting on the Pisces read? Actually, y'all were a lot higher on the list this month for as far as views are concerned. For all of y'all who don't understand what's happening here on There's That Tarot, I do the Zodiac readings according to from highest views to lowest views. So that's why they change pretty much every month. So if you would like a bonus reading and you are not an Aries or a Cancer, get them views up. Get them views up. So the person that's coming up in y'all reading tonight is a hustler. Okay, I don't know if you knew that. I don't know if you know the extent if you do know that. If they're not still, I'm not saying it's illegal, but I'm not saying everything is also legal. I don't know. The energy is that it's not, but let's just see. Maybe they came from that and now they're like, get money, get in, get money, get out. They got out. Maybe they made the right investments and now that's not their life anymore. Hey, Sean. I got your message, girl. I'm overwhelmed. I'm overwhelmed today and I'm very tired. I kicked my old ass in the gym today. That's not the only reason, but I don't know. Something is draining the hell out of me. But I said, maybe it's this message I need to give y'all. This could also be someone who used to have that life and they had a lot of money during that time. And they could be down bad at the moment. You could be somebody that's been very nurturing to this person. You said, oh, you responding to what I said earlier, Leah? I promise I'm going to text back. I'm so exhausted. This message, you taking a nap later? I tried to take a nap just now, but I was like, maybe I should just get up and do this damn. So here we are. All right. You can have like this very, like, if you're a man, you have a very parental energy. If you're a woman, you have a very maternal energy. This person may have needed you, or they may need you now to help them kind of picturing like an animal, like taking their nose and like leading their kid out of the house. I don't know, something like that. Like a little lion cub. This person like needs your assistance. He said he's a narcissist and a scrub. You left him behind years ago. Can't wait till he's out of the collective energy. This may be their scrubs. This may be the other people's scrubs in the collective. I feel like it takes a while for it to like collectively move on. You know, be glad you got out of there first. Okay. This person that's coming up, they untrustworthy? Because that's what it's given. Yeah, but the energy's not even matching. Like this person's in the five of swords. You see this? And they don't have to be a man. This could be a woman, but it's like, and I'm not saying that if you dress like this, then you're bad. But the meaning of the card is not positive. So really, they're kind of profiling right now. But anyway, because sometimes this can be the bad guy. This is the energy that you're in. But in terms of tarot, your energy is a lot more positive than theirs. Okay. This person's like by any means necessary, and it looks like you sat on your ass, and not sat on your ass, but like you see, she's sitting on top of her things, waiting. It's like you sat. I don't want to say you sat. I'm saying that because she's sitting in this card, but it's like it looks like you didn't have to really lift a finger. That's the way it looks anyway. So is this someone that's looking at their life like you have it easy? Do you have it easy, collective? Is your life easy? I'm here now it is. Or it's about to be. So if it's not, get ready. Get ready for the best part. But it wasn't easy getting to where you are now. This person could be like kind of tunnel vision on like where you are now. And they're like, oh, they just teleported there. Of course they did. Everyone who has their shit together can teleport. This person is waiting to gain their superpowers in order to teleport too. When all they have to do is change their mindset. Is that easy? Hell no. That's why it's rewarding. You said it looks only on some social. You're exactly. Social media make you think everybody just snap their fingers and perfection. You got there. You got to where you are fair and square. Fair and square. Is this person like being a hater though, or are they just in a bad situation and they're wanting to? I'm not getting like hater energy. It's it's like if you could read this person's mind when they're looking at you, sometime you would hear them like try to hold back the thought that you had it easy. They want to come back and have it easy with you too, don't they? They think about you a lot. This could be an air sign, a Libra, or somebody who has a hard time connecting with their emotions. They literally run away from them. They'd rather not. And you can't help but connect with your emotions because of how intuitive you are. You can't help but connect with other people's emotions. This is somebody who, when I die, bury me inside the Louis style. All I want for my birthday. That's their energy as a whole. They want you to just throw money on top of their grave. You know what? I'm not mad. How are y'all? Y'all seem to be from two different worlds. So they think. Maybe y'all not that far apart, to be honest. But somewhere along the line, you made a different decision. Is that what happened here? And things moved along for you, but you was probably right there talking about wah, wah. Maybe somebody's starting to realize, like, you cool like that. I'm cool like that. I'm cool. You're looking at some. Okay, so I named the reading No Heart because, like I said, somebody may have come from a place where you can't wear your heart on your sleeve. It's not safe. You know, when you're around a whole bunch of people that's struggling and they weren't allowed to feel anything, you ain't gonna be allowed to feel nothing around them. So they could have came from something like that, but maybe you did too. Because I'm feeling like two people are in two different situations, but they not too different. Okay. You left your heart a long time ago, huh? Because you don't get to a certain, maybe it's not that you left your heart. You moved it. You moved it into a safety deposit box. Okay. A little glass container with alarms on it. You learn what to do with it so that you could maneuver your way to success. You may not, I mean, is that what I'm saying? One of the most important lessons you learned along the way was that you betray yourself when you don't get better. You betray yourself when you don't heal. Walking around with a chip on your shoulder because of what happened. And it's not even about, well, people are going through worse things than you. It's just period. Like walking around with a chip on your shoulder because something happened. It's easy to do, I guess, but it's just not going to be beneficial for you in the long run. And that's one thing about the struggle that a lot of people, you only understand if you understand. You know what I mean? For why is this person here in your life? Because it's time for them to start over. Maybe you've been a good example in this person's life. I don't know what they're doing for your life. I haven't seen that yet. How do you feel about this person that's popping up? You hold back from this person. You probably take breaks from this person, avoid this person because it's a similar energy. People don't run away. Like people, now don't get me wrong, everybody's not real, you know what I mean? Or everybody not real, but some people just not unrealistic. So it's like, how can I say this? If you made it up out the hood or hood, whatever hood means to you, um, everybody who makes it out, they're not like, yeah, fuck you guys, I made it out. Everybody's not like that, but they're not running back to it either. You know what I mean? Even if they go visit, they go take pictures, they go pass some money around, food, help people out, stuff like that. They're not trying to move back in necessarily. You know what I mean? And if they are, they haven't quite made it out. And so I'm not talking about them. Okay. Making it out is making it out. And it does feel different because it's like it was comfortable there. It was like this strange comfort there. It's like what you knew. You enjoy the festivities of the struggle because that shit be fun sometimes. Like just creating a block party out of nowhere for no reason. And then next thing you know, food, alcohol, marijuana. It's like, how did this even happen? This was a great day. And I hate it today. I hated this morning, but it ended up just being a great day out of nowhere, you know. But then there are the times when you come home and there's a footprint on your door from somebody kicking your shit in. And you're like, what the fuck? You stole my clothes out of the laundromat too? That happened to me. Can you tell that that's a personal story? So it's like, I get it. There are things about it that you miss, and then you think about your hard-earned money being stolen and them dragging your furniture out the like, come on, man. And then you never want to do that shit again. Somebody is looking at you and they want to get out the game, you know. They want their life to be stable too. But maybe they're in a hard place, like exactly. Simi. They're in a hard place, like, you know, I miss my friends. But there are a lot of people who have been made an example of, all the way dating back to the Bible, honey. There was always a jealous motherfucker. And that's why you can't go back. It's like, once you make it out, once you do something, once you level up, over a lot of people around you are not gonna treat you the same. You're gonna have some A1 day ones. You will. But on God, it would not be the ones you thought it was. You know what I mean? It would not be the ones that you wanted it to be. You really, like, you know, not to shit on the other people, but you know what I'm saying. Most people want the worst person for them. It's like that. I want you to be excited about this because I like you the most. And that's just not how life works. Okay. Paid in Full, Nipsey Hussle, Young Dolph. We have plenty of examples of why, you know. And none of us know the exact details of those situations, but from from as early as I remember watching Paid in Full like every day. And you know, you can't go around flossing and around these people, like, and it's not just in America. Anywhere you go. I seen this Nigeria dude. I was talking about walking in this country ass red expensive, I don't know what kind of suit it was, but it was bright red. He looked like Easter Sunday at Ebenezer Baptist Church. And he had on his Gucci shoes and all this expensive stuff, walking through the slums. Ain't got no flow on the ground village, showing off everything that he had. You know, just walking through like he was just absolutely amazing. And these people ain't even got no damn shoes on that you flossing in front of. I don't know what part of Nigeria it was, but because there's some very rich parts of Nigeria, but the same way, same, just like LA, you got the Hollywood and all that bullshit, and then you got Tent City right next. You can see it from across the street. And most places are like that. Maybe this person is like, how this relates back to this person, they're ready for the next thing. They're ready for the next level, you know. They're ready to do something different, but they can't deny that they like that life. You know, that there are things that, you know, they do like about the life. The thing about it is, when you start to expand, you'll meet other people along the way who also are on that mindset. And we're looking for each other because between where you've been and where you're going, you need company. So it may not be the people that you thought. It may not be as comfortable as you thought. Definitely may not be in a geographical location that you thought it was going to be in, but better than where you was. I don't want to sit here and tell you that things will ever be the same. Tupac told y'all that. Okay. So the game is over and somebody's in that unknown. I don't know. This could be you I'm talking about. And you're like, well, shit, what we gonna do now? Explore. Explore your new surroundings. You said you was done. Some of y'all are in that in between. If this isn't your person I'm talking about, it's like y'all are in this in between place where it's like you might show up with goals in your mouth and music loud and all that kind of stuff. No matter what your race is, honey, everybody wearing goals, everybody blasting music, okay? Even out here in Germany, child. And so, but you got a heart of gold. And you know, the same way I showed y'all that picture earlier where the dude had the spikes and he looked like he was, I don't know, at a Led Zeppelin concert or some shit. Um, hmm. People look at this person like that too. They look at you like that if this is you that I'm talking about. You ever had somebody cross the street while you was walking? Like, as soon as they got close to you, they start holding their bag and shit. I've had people do that to me here and in America. It's crazy as hell, right? Do I look like gonna do anything to you while I'm walking down the street? Do I not look like that because y'all know of me? Because you're familiar with my face? This may be the type of person where you got to get familiar before you like let your guard down. Or people may treat them like that, you know what I mean? Maybe they don't feel that way with you because you are them, or you were them, or you are them. But you just learn how to take care of yourself, you know, and not move so quickly. You could be in a space where you don't have to like hustle and bustle and like do too much no more. And sometimes it's like a lot of Americans who moved over here, we became very relaxed because this is one of them places where, like the village I lived in when I first came to Germany, you could leave your phone on a train and they'll find out whose phone this is and send it to your address. I've seen people deliver people's stuff back to them, wallets and all kind of shit with a bottle of wine. Oh, you left your wallet. I've delivered wallets back over the years out here, and it's just like a beautiful thing. So when you pull up to Atlanta again, you like la 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 la. You know, you're not thinking no more. Like I had a friend who he went to Starbucks in Atlanta. They took his wallet right out his back pocket. He goes to pay for his little coffee, and that shit gone. You gotta be careful. You're not in Germany no more. We're not in Kansas, okay? And so you could get very comfortable, but now maybe you're in this place where you're having to, I don't know, are you about to be in new territory or is it this person that's about to be in a new territory? We know each other from high school. Not with that German last name, we don't. Or that's not an American last name. Or are you trolling? VH is trolling. I ain't go to school out here, baby. Maybe you had to get to a place where you don't care what people think anymore. Like if you made a big change in your life And people like, oh, you sold out. You this, is that, is this. Just because your life is better now. I think you are shouting to the top of your lungs, or you're no longer afraid now to say, I don't care. I don't care what you think. Yes, I went from here and now I'm here. And now I'm this. And now I work there. And now I live here. What do you want me to do? Can I move in with you? Since you want us to be at our level again, how about I come move in with you? No? Okay. Somebody's like, I don't know. Maybe y'all have been going through something like this, and it's like, I'm just gonna lay down on this couch and take a nap. That's what I'm gonna do. Some of y'all are making a new start of it alone. And there's somebody who looks like they're wanting to follow your lead. This could even be an ex wanting to come towards you, or a Sagittarius. They were busy while they was gone, pursuing someone. This could be a love interest of yours, or a friend. Take it how it resonates. Maybe they ran off. You got one of them friends that when they get in a relationship, they disappear. Something like that. You knew that this is what happened with this person, by the way. Okay, whoever they were pursuing has a man. Okay, they have someone. Okay, you knew it though. You knew that they would regret whatever they was doing. Oof, a lot of Sagittarius energy here too. They did something before it was time to be doing it. I don't know. Maybe they pursued someone who's in a relationship and it's like, baby, that's not good timing. They could have had you. What happened here? This is like getting your heart broke by the one you truly love and then running off and giving 10 times more to the wrongest person because you picked that person out of a place of heartbreak, you know. And a mature person would say, your heart broke. And, I'm down for the shoulder to cry on here and there. But I'm not going to let you suck me in to like a marriage and you're literally still bleeding from your ex. We're not doing that. A person who want to be loved for real, like fully, I don't know. It's just that may not be the best way to start a relationship. This person went and, jumped in. Will you marry me? Went in there, okay? Too fast, because the temperance is here in the reverse. They knew something wasn't right in the first place. I'm finna be with you. A light-skinned Mexican from LA. Is that what you are? Or is that how our babies are gonna look? I'm just playing. Is that a troll? They don't want to tell you what happened here. They also don't want to tell you what the person they ran off with didn't tell them. Because there was a lot that this person did not tell them. Okay. However, let's just say, I'm not going to dig too deep into that, but somebody ran right into a roadblock. Why? I guess because they was hurt, child. This person wonder if you even care about them. Well, you didn't care about me, so I went. It's like they went to try to find someone who did, and didn't. This person is in so much pain. This person is realizing that they do have a heart. They worry about the two of y'all a lot. They're manifesting you, but they don't know how to just open up to you. So they would like for you. They're actually open to compromise, but are you? I don't know. Do you care about this person? You moved on from this person. A lot of Sagittarius energy. It's like the you reject the offer, you know. I don't really think you look, maybe you don't care. Okay? But that thing got power. Whatever you got a lot of power. And this person, I mean, well, this person went off and moved on with their life. Like they could have gotten married and everything. Like invested a lot. And now they're willing to compromise with you? Why? What happened over there? It's like, what happened? Why are they back? They found out the truth about their person. They didn't care about what we had. That's what I'm hearing. What did they have? They had a lot of happiness at one point, but was it ever truly reciprocal between the two of them? It wasn't. You know how you can paint this picture? You know how you want to be so happy so bad? I had somebody do me like that. It's like they wanted to paint this picture that they were happy so bad, like in order for me to, I don't know, think that they were happy. When, I don't know, I guess I was already in the mind state of like, I know that happiness is something you could choose anytime that you want to. I ain't never had to force my happiness, and I definitely never had to involve another person in a charade of it, you know. So yeah. Hey, Cal. This person hopes that you'll wait for them. They've learned some things the hard way. You know what I mean? This person's very heartbroken. Who is this for you? Oh my god. You know, sometimes you can whatever this whoever this is, it was with them, y'all situation was left on a cliffhanger. Like when they just canceled the show out of nowhere, and you're like, this was a great show. But then they're like, I don't know, it was funding, it was something went wrong with logistics, so they canceled the shit. But everybody still like checks in to see, are they ever gonna start a new season of that? So maybe if this is like you and somebody was a couple at one point, everybody was always kind of waiting, like, are y'all gonna get back together? Because that was kind of cute. Like y'all made sense together, kind of thing. Is it this person that comes from the hood? I'm just trying to figure it out. It's you. It's like somebody, is this person going through like, I guess emotionally they're going through a struggle, but financially, like, why did that even come up? Is what I'm wondering. They could be recovering financially from something. You know, if you did grow up in a struggle, it doesn't have to be the hood. Struggle could be anywhere, honey. You could struggle with anything anywhere. But if you grew up with some kind of significant struggle and you're adults like me, life could be a lot easier for you to handle now because you went through so much early on in your life. And maybe that's why this person's like, do you even care? And you're like, I cared. I cared. But because you're coming from this really healed, tempered space, everybody's looking at this person pouring out this water, wondering what the hell he's doing. But he is in his own world. He's not worried about anyone and what they're doing. You know, you think people become delusional when they don't admit that it's a part of healing people that you do wrong. Yeah, you still care, but you just got to let them go. I had somebody say to me at the beginning of our friendship, I love you enough to let you go. And that shit pissed me off when I first heard that. But I was in my early 20s and I didn't really know what that meant until it was time for me to go. And we both was a teary mess. But with time you understand, and with experience you understand. And so I feel like that's what's happening with this person. They feel like, that friend didn't say that to me because he hated me or he was going to kick me out of his life. But when you're older and you're wiser, you just know. You know. And he was one of those people who was very intuitive. So he saw me coming into his life before I came. And I actually saw him coming into my life before he came. But he also saw me leaving. That's the part I didn't see. So this person, you're ahead of this person. Like that person was ahead of me. And they hope that you wait for them. Oh my God. Did you see this person? Like, are you the guru now? Are you the sensei? They don't want to tell you why they're in so much pain, though. They don't. They don't. They don't. They thought they hit the jackpot on you. Okay. You don't want to be with me? Fine. And then they went and they thought, oh my God, this person is perfect. And they came and said, look what I have. All on Instagram, all that stuff. Only to be back. But you know how that person looked at them? In a way that you didn't. You probably smoke a joint with this guy. No problem. It probably wouldn't be nothing to you. You didn't rock with people like this anyway. You played in the band with people that look like this, But they went somewhere trying to be perfect and realized that perfect people don't want people who look like this or who give this energy or something like that. I don't know. It's like they went somewhere like the same way they didn't trust you. And but when I mean trust you, like at the time that my friend said that to me, I didn't trust what he was saying. I was like, what? This time is going to last forever. I was 21. So, of course, you think, oh my God, sunshine, rainbows, lollipops. Everything's going to be just like this for the rest of our life. And I didn't trust it. I didn't trust it. I had a lot of trust issues in that situation. And he was right. He was right. It's like nobody's trying to poop your party. I already know what time this party's gonna end. Because life goes in cycles, like especially if you move away or if you live in a city where people come and go all the time. Um, you're gonna have a lot of friend groups. You know, you're gonna have a lot of like chapters of your life that's like, damn, this chapter is way different from the last chapter, or like look where we are now, kind of thing. The song that's playing right now is All My Life. First generation ghetto. Lil Durk. I don't listen to his music, but it's playing like silently right now. And I can't even really make out what the lyrics are about right now, but like that life, I guess. Let's see. I feel like because this person doesn't really understand you, or and this doesn't have to just be one person. This could be people in your life don't quite understand you, so they push your limits. I feel like people treat you like a rose garden or a tree with berries on it or something like that. You know how you just gotta touch it. You gotta pluck one. You gotta put one of the flowers behind your ear, even though somebody been working to plant them flowers, all season or whatever. That's how people treat you. Like, let me just see if it's real. And they scratch you and they pluck your flowers or whatever. Somebody is very shocked to see that you're real or that you meant what you said. This person tested you. If this is predictive, they will. The time ran out though. The same way old boy knew that the party was gonna end. You probably the one ended the party for this person. Because I don't think I tested that person. I just really became attached to that person, that time, the city we were in, the events, the whole I got attached to the time. This person didn't believe that it was real. So they just kept tapping at the glass. And all along, their time was running out that they should have just been enjoying with you. Their expectations about you have been shattered. What did they expect? Like they could be seeing you quite literally living the dream, or they will. What did they expect you to do? Where did they expect you to be? What is this unexpected news? You dropped this person like you could be one of them people where you say it once and you may not raise your voice. And then the next time it comes up, you say it again, and you may be saying it in the same voice. Third time, you start making plans. And by the time they've racked up on chances, you've left a letter on the bed. you know, I told you. Well, I had to like scream and shout and slap you across the face for you to get it. And because you didn't make a show out of it, you're the bad guy. That's crazy. That's crazy that Sorry Not Sorry by DJ Khaled is playing. What do you want? Respectfully, send me. Respectfully. Because a part of getting out of the proverbial hood that we've been talking about is knowing your battle. You ever seen somebody so close to their goal and then they just fuck it up. Like, how did you do that right at the end? You brought that stupid shit. You can't bring that here. Something like that. I don't have a good example of a movie right now, but I'm sure y'all do. What's a movie where somebody was almost there, but they old life pulled them right back where I guess they belong? We said you don't smoke weed, but I would have with him just one time as long as we were at home and we didn't go nowhere. Denz- why did I think about Denzel in Flight? But I didn't want to say Denzel in Flight because actually it was kind of wrong. Like if he had went on ahead and like not took that drink, or actually he took the drink and still almost got away with shit. Because I think they gave him some cocaine or something, and that like balanced out the drunk. I don't know, like some real drug ass shit. But Boys in the Hood, for sure, for sure. But the fact that old girl that he was fucking with died, I don't know if I would have been able to live with that either. I don't know. But definitely a good example, minus the Spanish girl, you know. That's crazy. We thought the same thing. But this person, you know, you are fresh is another one. You are a safe space for this person. And they was, I mean, are they going to make it out? That's the question. Maybe they didn't. They ran out of time. It's not that they didn't make it out in time to be there with you. It's like by the time they wanted to get out of whatever it is, you don't want them no more. You know, their time with you ran out because of the bullshit that they was doing. By the time they get to where they catch up to you, you're on to the next thing. Like you are no longer manifesting a relationship with them. You're literally in the opposite direction. Like you could be married by the time this person show up or committed. Imagine being in paradise, sitting alone crying while everybody else outside partying in the sun and the ocean. That's kind of the energy this person has. But you know, the point isn't to the people that help us to learn really valuable lessons throughout our life. I don't know if it's just me, but I'm not around those people anymore. Like it's usually not people who are right there with you all the time. Some of the most profound moments in my life are people I have not seen either ever again or in a long time. You know what I mean? And unfortunately, it's just that you carry that with you. But is it unfortunate? You know? Or was it a blessing to have run across someone like that that helped you through a challenging time? You were supposed to move on from this person, okay? So if you were like doubting yourself or like maybe you think about it every now and then, like I wonder how they doing. Maybe I should have done things this way instead of that way. No, everything is as it should be. Everything in divine timing. Just keep going with the flow. They all right. Because by the time you wait on them to get where you are, you back there with them. But just know that you are like, if you care, okay? But just know that you are a very important piece. Like you one of them people this person's gonna remember. The same way I remember that person. Because it was a very like when they are at their wish fulfillment, when they have the dream that they dreamt of, the family, the career, the geographical location, whatever it is, the travel, the, passport stamps, whatever, they'll remember you the same way I remember him. And I will never forget him, you know. And that's the cycle of life. You were somebody who came and, helped push a mountain out of this person's way. And they treated you like shit for it. And sometimes that happens. Sometimes that happens. Um, but right now, like if this person showed up in your life, they're not they're not there yet. It wouldn't work if you tried to reconcile with them. They would end up draining you because even if this person showed up in Versace, in Gucci, in Louis Vuitton, okay, they are struggling. I don't know if it's given financially because it says problems with addiction, gambling, or finances. They getting karma for that person that they left you for. They getting karma for some other stuff too. This person could have been in something illegal, like to the point of like transporting. That's just something that popped in my head. But yeah, be glad for where you are, collective. Be glad for where you are. Any other advice? I'll do it all signs too. Yeah, keep it pushing, baby. Keep it pushing. The way you know is that you're not going to be interested in it anyway. If this person were to come around to you, you would be very turned off because of where you are now and where they are. And it's not that you judging them for struggling or whatever, but it's like you did me wrong and you coming back with bad energy. No. Eight of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Your last card. Let's do a quick all sign before I get up out of here. I wanted to do an hour, so that's about an hour. So, if you stuck around this long, thank you. Like the video if this resonated with you, or if you enjoy the chat, if I kept you company for the last 53 minutes. Like the video so we can keep these videos in rotation. I greatly appreciate you. I greatly appreciate your presence, your energy, allowing me to read it. Okay. I love y'all the long way. You say you really have to choose your battles when you've grown in life and made it out. That can be the difference between life and death. You are in Aries. These are gonna be random messages. Y'all know the drill. If you are in Aries, I'm sorry for what I said. If you are a Taurus, you know what you did. I know what you did last summer. If you are a Gemini, I need help. If you are a Cancer, if you're questioning where you stand with them, go stand somewhere else. If you are a Leo, be flexible in your thinking. Rigidity will get you nowhere. If you are a Virgo, I am the only one thinking my thoughts. Be careful what you're thinking, Virgo. If you are a Libra, I'm coming. I'll let you take that how it resonates. Scorpio. Y'all childish, and I knew you was. Scorpio, you're mirroring each other. That's the problem. If you are a Sagittarius, y'all get on my nerves. Oh my God, it's so crazy because I got this message from a Sagittarius. It says, my man shows up when I don't feel safe. Basically, that masculine energy, you know, especially if you're a woman. It's like when you get into that masculine energy, I can do it myself energy. It's because you don't feel safe with whoever you're dealing with, child. And men do the same, you know. Whenever you got to do too much macho, something's wrong. Just know that that's a warning. Capricorn. Identifying fault doesn't fix anything, Capricorn. Fix the problem. Aquarius. I still think about you. Pisces. I feel like the messages in this bag are endless. I trust the timing of my life. Everything comes to me exactly when I need it. Pisces. Collective. Here's the last one for you guys. He said to fix a problem, you must identify a problem, recognize where it came from, and whose fault it is, and what went wrong. So that way you know all of the casual factors to know what to undo. Maybe I'm selfish. Or maybe I don't give a damn. You know, I don't know. It's like I got older and it was like, how can it not interrupt my schedule, my mood, my other relationships, my, you know, I'll be skipping past the faults and things. How can I get to a better mood right now? Like, let's just fix it, pay it. Here's the money. Get away from me. You're interrupting my peace. Okay. I'm trying to get a good one for the collective. What's the last message for y'all? I love it. I am radiating love. I am radiating love. He said, but sometimes certain cycles have to be smashed and closed. I know. Whew. Would I meet somebody I care about like that? Because I don't know, honey. If we didn't finish the conversation, and it's not that I don't care about you. I do. I do. But life is beautiful, you know? Life is beautiful. When you're radiating love, I used to want to finish. I did. I used to want to do that. Maybe I'm numb. Maybe I'm right. Maybe I'm wrong. We all just trying to get there together, you know? We're here together to figure it out. I love y'all so much. Like the video if this resonated with you. And yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow, more than likely. Ciao.